What's up, people? PaceBreaker here, and welcome back to Warframe Wind Down on Warframe Weekend. This weekend of TennoCon 2018. So, while those of you are, who are unable to attend, maybe you're checking out somebody else's stream. Maybe a partner who wasn't able to make it, or I don't know. There's other channels that you could probably also be watching in the meanwhile until 10 live later at 6 p.m. Eastern. It'll be 5 over here Central, so yay! They're already off to a crazy start showing off some stuff. So, the other day, I did a stream where I covered the sacrifice, and we've got new mods. So, what are we doing now? What are we doing? What are we doing? Hmm. Well, as you can see from my endo, where my cursor is right now, and my credits, I prepped for this because I went and did my research after playing on PC. Yeah, 5 new mods equivalent to a primed mod, meaning it's going to take you about 2 million credits. I mean, granted, they're already leveled up by half, so that's most of the work out of the way. But then still, it still counts as just about the same value. 39,680 endo and 1.9 million credits to max out each of those. Should you do that right away? Not necessarily, but for me, I'm freaking doing it. I'm probably gonna kick myself for doing it, but if all goes well, DE might actually be making more Umbras. They'll be making more Umbral mods as well, which would be very, very nice. So then we're going to also go ahead and max out Umbral Vitality. Ooh, this hurts. I've got enough to do the melee mods too, but for what it's worth, it's fine. I don't have to do those. Umbral Fiber. Yeah, I also kind of overestimated how much endo I'd need. How did you even get all that? I had a fuck ton of duplicate mods. I don't now because I dissolved most of them. These were mods that I sat on for like the longest since the beginning, basically. I mean, I did like sell some for credits and dissolve some for endo before that, and then I ended up with a crap load of endo because I sat on like the rank 5 fusion cores, the gold ones and the silver ones. What we need, DE, please, is another event like 2 Men of Regor. That netted us a boatload of goodies. And it's been like what, 2 years since we had that or something like that. Do it again. By all means, please do it again, because we could definitely use more of that. Like I sat on those fusion cores, and then lo and behold, they went and did the switch, and now we've got yeah. So now we've got like this new thing with endo. So like, you know, shoot, I was sitting pretty for a while, but that wouldn't have been enough for all these. So then I went and dissolved a good bulk of them as endo, and then I also dissolved some as credits. I saw the credit cost and I saw how much I was going to get back, and I was like, I can spare to burn a few credits in order to get enough. Because I think I was at like 10 million. I mean, I think I was at 2 million and I need 10. I'm like, yeah, screw it. We'll just go for it. Okay, so, um, I'm not sure how we're doing this because I've seen somebody else's. I've seen other builds before I went to bed last night, and yeah. So then there's ability strength, there's the extra armor, there's the extra health, and as you can see, yeah, we're on Nidus territory now. Like, Yeah. And since he's got low shields, I mean, yeah, I could throw down a redirection or a vigor. I'm not going to. I mean, nah, dude, I play tank Excalibur, and shields don't really mean much. So, no. So, what are we doing? Mm, I mean, should I level up the sacrificial mods? Possibly. I mean, if I wanted to get like the most out of them, yes. Especially since right now, sacrificial pressure isn't even equivalent to a regular pressure point. Sacrificial steel, that's at 60, right? And then, well, it's the equivalent of a true steel. No, I didn't get the TennoCon digital pass. Wanted to, but my money's not right now. Maybe next year. Okay, so, um, yeah, well, I guess what we'll do for now is just go ahead and rank up the Exalted Blade. Since we are kind of sitting here for like 6 minutes and we haven't done anything. Huh, it's kind of empty. Almost feels like Saturday morning even though it's clearly afternoon. Doesn't matter to me, shoot, I woke up late. I wish it at least cosplay. I know. That would have been nice. Yeah. Well, but they are trying to be kind of nice to the people that couldn't make it. If you tweet something Warframe related with the hashtag 10ocon 2018, there's a chance that they'll give plat. And then of course there's the free Ash Prime for like the Twitch drop for tonight. So yeah, they're trying to make it worth your while. Did they really just throw down a weaker energizing dash? Oh, hello, fellow Umbra. I probably should have just left it at one weapon, but it's fine. Like, these things level fast, especially if you're using them. I'm gonna probably review some builds and get an idea of where I should take Umbra. I've got an idea. I think I'm going to put like a dash polarity in, and then we'll work from there. Build, yeah, pretty much. So it's not too far off from that one build that I saw on warframebuilder.com. Well, actually, there were several that were identical, but it's my Warframe. I'm going to build it how I want. So, yeah, I mean, I could have gone with like the max efficiency, but mm, it's fine. It's fine the way it is. So, I'm basically going to do like two Umbra builds by default. One is going to just be like a typical Excalibur. I mean, I was considering the radial javelin augment since that'll beef up his damage, and then the other one is a chromatic blade build, which means that the exalted Umbra blade will then be focused on condition overload, while the default build is going to use one that is kind of a typical exalted blade build. So it'll become more just straight up damage oriented. It'll be kind of a bit of a balance between crit and crit physical and elemental. Of course. Yeah. Although I ought to put like healing return on here. I mean, I could put life strike on there. Like I said, since I can crit with this, yeah. So just going like straight up physical to proc slash and all that. I could use man, I forgot the name of the mod, but like your combo counter and slash damage like play off each other. Honestly, yeah, the gears are still spinning in my head right now. Still waking up. Probably not a good idea to stream as soon as I wake up. Of course, the rest of my clan are everywhere else. Uh, Probably at either work or just still on break. I don't know, but I gotta get the numbers back up. Like we capped out at 10. I was like, okay, then we can at least rank up one. This way we can get some more people in here. But it's like a paradox. Like people stay for a little bit, but then leave because there's nobody else around. They're gonna pay for that. Yeah, these mods are so freaking niche. It's almost like no point to put them on any other frame. I mean, you could. It's just gonna cost you a lot if you max them out. But mm, honestly, I'd rather just keep it reserved for uh, Excal Umbra and any future Umbras that we get. That actually worked. I'm kind of mad. uh, Not gonna lie, I kind of would have liked for his radial javelin to have been changed. Like maybe it turns into like a slightly different kind of ability. I don't know, kind of similar to like Nova's Null Star. That would have been kind of cool. You know, he's got like little energy blades surrounding him. Then they like fly off and pin the nearest enemy. Nah, that would have been too much like Nasha. Really? At a point where we're seeing a lot of overlap, just done in slightly different ways. Alright, level 12. Good. We might actually be able to get this thing maxed out by 15 then. Hmm. Yeah, I could use growing power and power drift, which I might use power drift anyway. Just like crank the damage up. Granted, you need 180% power strength anyway in order to get 100% stash chance off Chromatic Blade. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. You know, one of my clanmates and I were talking about the potential for additional stances for exalted weapons. Well, for exalted melee. They might not have any plans for it now, but they might later. It'd be nice, and then you get like a different take on it. I mean, it's kind of already bad enough that you aren't getting like the plus 10 mod capacity for the stance like would normally be the case. I mean, I suppose like there's like a legit reason for why it wouldn't be like that, since well, it's essentially a power. It's an extension of the Warframe, but I still would have liked it. Would have allowed you to kind of build a little bit better. Granted, I haven't really had to like form like my melee frames all that much. Like I think Valkyr and Wukong only needed like one. Mesa I think needed three forma. Um, like so she had like the most spent on her. Titania's Dewata didn't need anything as far as I could tell. Her Dexpixia, I believe, took two formas. And here I thought I was going to end up using like all 13 or 14 that I built. Typical. Yep, because I was at 22. I guess I'll just need to do like another 10. Okay, so I guess I'll go chromatic and do corrosive heat and just like rip through everything. I don't know, like, see, when you have an understanding of the basics, it's wonderful because it then allows you to do different builds, like compared to your teammates. Like my buddy, he goes like all in on like full tank. So then he'll sit up and he'll put on like a max steel fiber, like a max vitality, a max redirection for some reason, like just all the survivability. But he doesn't like Hunter Adrenaline or Rage, so his chroma doesn't exactly work like mine does. I don't know. I mean, if anything, they ought to change Chroma's passive so that he gets like a slightly weaker rage. I mean, hell, if he's gonna tank, then you might as well at least let him. I don't know. I'll switch over here. I also have a fix for uh, like hitting triangle and accidentally removing all. It's a temporary fix and a stupid one at that, but just go over to like Zeneric or like Stance or Aura or whatever, and then just drop that down there instead of hitting triangle and the game thinking you double clicked or whatever, and boom, everything's gone. Yeah, it's completely unnecessary. All right, so I'll build. Cause yeah, I could use Surging Dash. Nah, finish. And if I wanted to go like full tank, then yeah, I probably would have thrown Rage in there too to just get like that 85% for no reason. Alright, on the wrong section. Okay, so there we go. That's 181. And basically the blade is just going to handle everything for us. So at that point, I almost didn't need the forma. almost, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm not quite sure. We're probably gonna put a Naramon polarity in here, so we could use like Augur Message or Augur Secrets or any of the other junk, or just throw Streamline in there and try and like push for like as much efficiency as possible. Huh. Might as well kill two birds with one stone. Let's do it. But I know a lot of other people are already leveling theirs, so okay, so now we're back to basics. Huh. Of course, that's one of the chromatic, but yeah, so that's the thing. It ends up being an extra step, but at least now you can kind of build around chromatic blade without messing up your melee build. Also, I would like to take some of these credits into the index and build them back up. Would be nice if I got like a 3-day credit booster, a 3-day affinity booster, or a resource, but anything other than resource drop chance. We got that from the sortie last night. Yeah, that was actually frustrating. Ran the sortie, ended up with a couple of bad teammates, and it wasn't cool. So let's see. Lua, exterminate, augment the enemy shields. Uh, Venus spy at Eczema Stronghold. They've been throwing the spy missions at us this week. And Samath, Neptune assassination against the Hyena Pack. Elemental enhancement. Oh, that'll be just lovely. I can see a whole bunch of people getting wrecked. Alright. And of course, TownCon Relay. You cannot go there. They'll give you an inbox message about that. But you cannot go there. Oh crap. I don't think that was intended. But yeah, so yeah. Can't go there unless you got the ticket. I'm saying this for the people who don't know. Alright, let's see. Equipment, arsenal. Yeah, let's actually strip a few things off. I need more lasers. Because Umbra's going to get a lens, I think will do him different. Like, he won't be Madurai, he'll probably be maybe a Zenarek or possibly Unaru, but probably more Zenarek than anything. Unaru is looking a little iffy. Honestly, I just wish they actually sit down and redo focus again. Like, take input from the community, because for one, man, dude, like the amount of focus needed for capacity, it grows exponentially. So you have to build up for that, in addition to saving up enough focus to then unbind those waybounds. And that's not even counting. Oh, excuse me. That's not even counting the yeah, that's not even counting the nodes for the focus trees. So, yay. Even more arbitrary stupid crap. No, it was just poorly planned out. I mean, do you see what Naramon got? And Naramon was one of the best focuses, along with Zenarek. At least Zenrik isn't completely, it didn't get its like kneecap shot, and then thrown into a trunk and pushed off a bridge. Narman, on the other hand, is broke, and it needs work. Like seriously, nobody's trying to look inside the cute. Nobody's trying to look through walls and crap to see the enemy. What? So as opposed to like Zenith, if you don't have the damn Zenith, or something like that. What else can do that? What, the Argonac? I think. I don't know. I haven't messed with it. I don't know. It's like really nobody needed that. You know, the combo decay is a good, it's a nice little addition. I appreciate that. That works. So operators are getting melee weapons, and that would benefit uh, Narman, but it's it's just kind of meh. Like hell, Shadow Step. A lot of us missed that, but honestly, I don't really use it that much. I use it to save people's butts when they tried a hallway hero and died. Like, oh, what's that little Mirage gonna do? Bam, go invisible and then go save them. Like, no, Narman could use some retooling. And Unairu, um, poor Unairu sucks to a degree. Like that one ability that would deflect, uh, well, that would redirect some of the damage that's been done to you to an enemy. Well, yeah, armor ruins that. Like the factor towards the enemy, who also has armor, and that is also reduced. That also reduces damage. Therefore, you're probably doing like ones and twos. You're doing like single damage onto an enemy for however much that they do to you. So I suppose maybe you could strip their armor with like what was it, Sundering Dash, and then hit them with that. I don't know. I'll mess around with it and see what's up, but I believe I need to get Basilisk Scales unbound first. Not as a requirement, it's just, well, that's my priority. Get my operators waybound armor, and then go from there. I mean, honestly, the skill tree is crap. I'll agree with my friend on that. Void Radiance shouldn't be like the first thing in Madurai. Like you shouldn't get like the blinding light before you get Void Strike. Granted, Void Strike does seem like it would be a more powerful ability, so it would have to be at the end of something. It's just kind of a funky way of going about it. Huh, damn it. And of course, like Javelin doesn't really do much to higher level enemies. Also, there's that line of sight check that they put in there, which also breaks the damn ability. I mean, well, it was already broken anyway, but basically this cripples it. I mean, I'm still not sure how to actually really build for Radial Javelin. Excuse me. Other than the fact that, well, you don't. I mean, granted, that's where the augment comes in because, well, having like range and duration, or at least just range, bam, pop that sucker. There they go. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to kill the enemy, it just has to hit them. So for every enemy hit, there's like a stack added to your extra damage, allowing you to do more. It's very similar to Frost Avalanche armor. Like the more enemies that you hit with it the very first time, like the more armor you're going to get back. There's some over here. What? Man, they're already throwing down with the reveals at TennoCon. I'm like kind of hype. So I'll play around for like an hour and a half, and then I'll do something else. Might hop on my PC. I've got some stuff to do on Warframe over there. Not gonna stream that, but I also have some new stuff to mess around with for my audio suite. So yeah, that would be kind of cool. Just get back there, mess around with, because I really do need to play around with that and get a feel for it, because it's just kind of basic right now. I'm still sitting there looking at it like, what do I do? I understand how a digital audio workstation works. It's just a matter of knowing the nuances and finer points of each respective one, because they all do the same basic jobs. It's just how you get to those functions can vary, and some of them might even have their own little unique uh, touches as well. So I've also got to get on there and play around with the virtual instruments again, because that stream that I did was just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole new world that I'm opening people up to, or at least I would if people were watching. I'm trying to be more exciting at everything, but I don't really like that super fake energy. I'd rather just be chill and kind of sound a little excited. I mean, it's kind of hard to sound excited when you sound like I do. Except, I mean, I'm sorry. That's just how I sound. If they leave, it's fine. I don't care. I got specters. Crap, I forgot to bring the other one. But yeah, so we're just doing what we do. So yeah, I gotta like mess around with some virtual instruments, and I'll try and make them sound a bit more legit, make them sound more real. I mean, it's kind of hard to do, but hey, that's where your knowledge and the know-how come in. Also, trial and error. Just play around with things. Understand how they work. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to get like maybe two. I'm hoping it's just two, like two different kinds of drums, or at least as close as possible. You know, some that complement each other and blend their sound together. And of course, EQ and compress accordingly. Not too much, just enough to kind of get like a basic, uh, basic shape. Kind of like a mold. And then we'll just make that a preset, and we'll go from there. Yeah, the guitar, that's not too difficult. I just have to adjust some things, adjust some little finer points here and there, uh, as well as get used to the amp modeling plugin effect that they've got. So then we can really drive that sucker. Unfortunately for like a bass cab, they don't really have anything else other than what's essentially just an amplifier, and not like any like dry pedals or anything like that. So you want like a like high distortion bass or whatever. Yeah, you're gonna have to run it through a regular guitar amp, and then uh, EQ that sucker accordingly. So yeah, it's one of those. Like I said, it sounds like a lot, and it kind of is, but when you have an idea of what you're doing, it doesn't take too long to really get into shaping everything. Basically, it's also saving you time because once you get all that done, then when you're actually ready to work and compose and mix and all that, like shoot, the hard part is basically done. Like all your prep work is done. Now it's just a matter of doing your mixing and your effects, your EQ, your compressor, um, any kind of additional cleanup and everything. And I really should be doing this more often. Now I can take the hits. And then, of course, thanks to my cat, I'm getting health back anyway. Thanks for being a dick and shielding him. Please get the Mesa. The Sentinel's still up and everything. I hate when people do that. That's why people use those force revives. But then but then you have some people who see someone coming, and they'll still hit the damn thing. Hell, they'll hit it at the last second. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing it to troll. And as soon as you make it, boom, here they are. So now you made me waste a damn trip. When it comes to Eidolon fights, yeah, time is money. Time is very valuable and of the essence. But this is why some of us have started running Vazarin. This way we can go in there and we can heal uh, during like if somebody's operator is getting weak. Yeah, it's like one less DPS, but then again, not everybody's going to be running DPS, or at least they shouldn't. I mean, you're doing like, I don't know, maybe, but yeah. So you wanna, so then if somebody goes down, the other person can then just use the insta revive perk, and bam, pick them up instantly. Like it's just a matter of me dashing over there to get you, which is where Naraman's mind sprint comes in, since you cover ground way faster with void dashes. I want to go. Well, fine, shit. I thought you guys were gonna try and leave. See, I've had way too many damn people come here with the wrong intentions or the wrong mentality or whatever. So they'll just come in for Neo relics and bounce, or like maybe all they needed was the 5 to 10 waves, and then boom, they're already maxed out. Or like all they wanted were the Neos. Then where the hell are you getting the Axie relics from? You can get Axie relics from here? Yes, you can. There's a chance for you to get them. Or you can run like Xenia on Eris, or Berahania on Sedna, or Huracan on Pluto, that Dark Sector excavation. That's a decent way of getting Endo and Axie relics. As well as Cryotic if you don't have it. There's a spot for pretty much everything. Yeah, my cat would be under the platform. If DE didn't want us having loot caves and stuff, then they'd rebalance some things. Make it so that it wasn't a GIMP. Because the last thing you need to do is that. Like, just completely weaken everything. Kind of like how they did with the damn Affinity gains. The XP is like so stupidly low, you have to go to a place like, say, Hydron to level. I mean, like, shoot, you could use Cetra to level at one point. The Dark Sector defense on Pluto. Like, that was one of the first places that I went to level up way back. Now, no. I've actually gone, I think, 15 waves there, doing rifle kills, and I barely got, like, a couple levels. Like seriously, stuff needs to get rebalanced because like the numbers are all wrong for almost every damn thing. Like, oh, the formula behind Chroma's Vex armor is broken. It's not doing the math right. So we gotta fix that. Okay, so I knew that was coming. Then it happened, finally, and people were mad and like, well, then why did y'all leave it that way for so long? Yeah, maybe they didn't have it right just yet. I don't know. I'm not going to justify that crap. But the fact of the matter is, yeah, DE and numbers don't really go hand in hand. Like, seriously, look at how much focus is. But then you have all this other stuff coming up that has you use the operator, Chains of Harrow, the sacrifice, hell, even the War Within, honestly. Although I think you can't get access to like the more advanced void powers until you clear that, so you can do Sire's Vigil. I think I could have swore because you need to be able to access your operator to get inside the thing, and then just by speaking with the quills and acquiring your amp, that opens it up. See, I would prefer that they have you do a quest and that they do some more stuff that ends up being more operator oriented, allowing you to level your operator up through the quills, giving you more focus and such. Have the quills sell focus lenses, stuff like that. Like, they never really get it right the first time they implement something. There that goes again. I don't know what that is. I mean, it's a glitch, obviously, but like seriously, I wasn't even near where that part was. Alright, so now my gun won't gain affinity, but my frame will. It's like, oh, well, you can't put focus lenses on your exalted weapons. Why not? Because that would be double dipping. Tested this, I think. What, the day I did the stream on Thursday? I don't know, but yeah, you actually do get focus points for using your exalted melee. It's a power. It's an extension of your Warframe, so it makes sense that that's the case. Wait, that was 20? Damn. Okay. The Saren just ate through everything. So of course the blade is maxed out. The cool thing about it is, you have your weapon maxed. It doesn't reset to 0 if you form of the frame, and vice versa. You form of the weapon doesn't reset the frame. I appreciate that. Fortunately, it doesn't take long to level up the weapons. It's just still going to cost you some forma. Okay, it took a moment. So longer than I was expecting. Yeah, I still haven't had that little Easter egg pop up yet. No, I wouldn't call it an Easter egg, but it's a little follow up to completing the sacrifice. Right. Okay, so let's see. So where we need to be, it's just we don't have the other mod on here yet. Okay. Not sure if should rage or stream rage. Pop that in, and that'll do for now until we can start regaining back. Umbra blade is maxed back out. Some buzzkill berserker Was I trying to use another mod? I don't remember. Relentless Combination, that was the one. I had to switch back builds because like Chromatic Blade is throwing me off. Like my numbers aren't right. I might need to make some coffee or something. I'm sitting up yawning. Like, I'm still tired. I mean, I might be. Life Strike will also be a good mod to put on here. Allow me to just go for it. Just channel for a couple swings and done. Gladiator might, yeah. So now push to 3.2. Yeah. But it raged because, like, uh, sacrificial steel doesn't actually do much to your crit chance for like the I don't think it was the Exalted Blade. I think it was for the Sky Ajati. I'm like, yeah, because when you look at it, the Sky Ajati is more leaning towards being status anyway. I had to kind of like lay that out for him so he could understand. Ooh, okay, so 5 point. Okay, so that could potentially use the other mod. So like I said, it's the basic build here. We just have to get out the Chromatic Blade build so you can see the actual stats. Because that messes with it, takes away all its physical properties and just makes it elemental. So this is what we're doing. I mean, it's not the best. I mean, I could probably take one of those off and put in like some. Don't we have? Yeah, can't I use drift and contact? Yeah. So there you go. You could also just use that instead, and it's also cheaper. So boom, combo chance. Combo chance. Combo duration is now increased. I mean, granted, well, the combo multiplier is the thing that adds to the damage. Than just going in there physically carving them up. But I was about to say, yeah, the damage isn't looking too pretty. Of course, the damage isn't looking too damn pretty. These mods are only at at half. If I max these out, then I'll get like more out of it. So what I'll do is I'll probably max out sacrificial pressure. Seriously, like Exalted Blade isn't even really. Hang on, let's play here. Yeah. Okay, so I figured the Umbra Blade is going to get like maybe 3 formas, maybe. So it's probably gonna be like 2 Vs and possibly a dash, but I'm thinking it might just be 3 Vs. Let's see, sacrificial pressure, and that'll push the damage up. Oh, it would sucked if I did the crit one. But there you go. So that's what it's looking like. Because then if we had the... Oh, damn you. That's a yeah, I forgot that's an issue. So we're going to Xeneric, and instead of trying to hit triangle to remove, we'll just pull this down. Like I said, simple solutions to stupid bullcrap. Okay, so now this is at... Is that 110? Okay. I pop this in, and now it's at 135, 137.5, my bad. So, yeah, not bad. Could be better, but yeah. And then for the chromatic build, 'cause yeah, you can try and throw the other two mods in here. I hope like hell that works, but so it'll push your Exalted Blade to 34% status. But if you're using the chromatic blade augment in a build, it changes all that. And by having 180% power strength, that ensures that you have a 100% status chance on it, as you can see. And I don't have my physical damages anymore, but instead, like, I have that much toxin. If I change my energy color, that'll change the element of the blade, like chroma. Thus, the whole point of the title, chromatic blade. The other thing I kind of did want to mess with was Prime Fever Strike. So like Buzzkill on one build, Prime Fever Strike on another. If not, say another like just raw element or something like that. Um, could potentially do Prime Fury, but it's not like that big of a deal. Can't use Prime Pressure Point and Sacrificial Pressure. They're technically the same mod. They're variants, so no, there's no stacking. Could use Healing Return. Healing Return isn't really necessary. Like, now I wonder what the hell's gonna happen to mods like Life Strike. Yeah, this is the original Life Strike that I had. I've got like an unranked one now. Did I dump all my dupes? Okay, no. Good. And then we can fit one more mod in here for now. And that's where we're going to do like a second V polarity. Although Prime Fever Strike. Okay, let's do some math here. Berserker's going to get rounded up to 10, and then it'll get cut in half with that second Matarai. So that'll be 5, plus the 11 that we have left is actually exactly enough for Prime Fever Strike. Yeah, that's my way of building around it. And then we can fit like Organ Shatter or one of these in here to make up for that one. Just gotta feng shui the mods a little bit. Okay. We have to pull this down here. And then we had other things. Other things that's supposed to go here that we don't remember what they are now. Yeah, there's supposed to be an Organ Shatter there. You could potentially put Gladiator Might on there. I don't know, hell, when you get it, it's yours. You build it however you want. And since like that's already going to do massive bullcrap anyway, like that's just going to surge, then what we'll do is we'll run condition overload to take advantage of the status. I might throw in like another status effect on top. Yeah, so I can use Spoiled Strike. Yeah. I mean, I already knew that. It's just been a minute since I actually did it. And there we go. We got just enough for that one last mod. Okay, let's go. What time is it? 2:17. Yeah, after a while I'll stop and get lunch and then just chill out. Hit back up some files and move them to the desktop. 'Serious right now? No, whatever. Three, two, one. Let everybody just juice up. Alright. Good, I'm not the only one. Typically, I'll run like Vazarin. Maybe Naru if I'm feeling kind of frisky. And they still haven't fixed these little mini objectives getting glitched out. But yep, damage goes up for every proc. And then getting status effects that then crank up your power strength if you're using growing power. So, yay. I wonder if my Umbra has been infected yet. Yeah, a lot of people are still like debating like the sacrifice. Like we found out how Umbras were made. No, we found out how Warframes were made. Like so like what came first, Umbra or Helmuth? Helmuth came first. This is how all Warframes were made. The process of the vanilla frames, uh, like compared to say the primes, might be a little different. Like if anything, yeah, the vanilla frames are mass produced, while the primes are like the originals, or what would be the originals, while my own little theory is, well, the Umbras are super prototypes. Because it didn't necessarily say that the original Warframes that they committed to Grave were Umbras. There's not really a thing that confirms that. Okay, if my memory is correct, blue is electric. Like that teal color that I had, that's electric. And of course, Mesa cleaning up. And then of course if I had Chroma boosting me or Octavia boosting me, the damage gets ridiculous. I need to like copy the I need to copy those screenshots that I took. Cause man, dude, there's like I had an Octavia with a 290% amp, and I was using Ivara with the sleep arrow and the concentrate arrow augment. Yeah, things were dying dramatically once I started landing headshots. And since I suck at sniping and getting headshots, the sleep arrow is my best bet. Yeah, I could use Navigator, but that leaves me open. So I'd rather put everything to sleep first and then go for it. So I'm hitting like 5 digits, 6 digits, and I could have swore I actually hit a 7 digit, but I probably didn't. I'm pretty sure I'm misremembering. But I do remember that there was like a 700,000 red crit that I did. Because I got my Adarza Kavat buff along with it. And yeah, and I think I also had some of Octavia's other buffs going at the same time. It was intense. Nope. Every goddamn time. And like I said, since the cat is already healing me by attacking stuff, thank you, Hunter Recovery. Like, yeah. Unfortunately, like I said, I lose my physical damage. Instead, now the blade becomes purely elemental. But, hey, it's good. It makes for a pretty decent chromatic blade setup. It really pushes condition overload. And I got the feeling that they're going to nerf that too, just because. I have no idea what the heck we're having for dinner, or for lunch, or whatever. I mean, I'm probably going to go in there and make a couple sandwiches, but yeah. Okay, so I basically have like the old system that I had before. I face tank, I gain energy. Then like a brief little channel while we still have it, and bam, then I'm back to full health and I can keep going. Similar principle with Oberon, just like set up face tank, activate renewal, and I'm good. Like seriously, you get percentage of the damage that you dealt back as healing. Like Radiant Finish wouldn't be bad for Umbra as well, but meh. Then I got stuck on the. Okay. Okie doke. Alright, since I gained another level, I just shot back up, so it's not like I need it. Oh, how cute. They think they can do something. Yeah, and then it's not like, oh man, and now look at how much energy that you lost. Like, no, shoot, them constantly attacking me just gives it right back. Only thing I need to do now is just give him a damn decaying dragon key and let him go to work. It took a while, but I figured out how to actually, like, fix my Valkyr's hysteria because it burned really fast, even with duration and efficiency. Here's the deal: my range was also affecting me. So I put in like a rank 9 narrow-minded that gimped my range down to like 40%. Then I think I went with like a streamline, and like it ticks down slow at first until the ramp up hits. He got wrecked. Yeah, of course. Of course. That's okay. I can go if you want to. Since I'm host, it's not going to do a host migration or anything. And make a Charizard is the other Umbra. I guess it's just like backing me up. What is it going to make a competition? The, I'm not understanding why that doesn't work sometimes. Give me a moment to get the blade out and then just work them. Ooh. Get comboed. Not bad. So like raw damage. But then of course I forgot, yeah, you can do that. Just stay stationary and basically turret the hell out of it. Although I would prefer to just use the Exalted Blade as a melee weapon. See, like my proposal for it a while back, or at least what I thought would be like a kind of okay compromise is you only get the waves that you channel, so it's going to cost you a little bit. But with them saying channeling's going out with Melee 3.0, it's like, well, now what the heck do you do? What? And then it just carried on like nothing happened. Okay, I'll take it. Stab you. Like seriously, Valkyrie's crits are nasty. Like her talons already have a 50% crit chance, and they do like even IPS, impact puncture slash. I'm like, are you serious? Yep. So then you can build around that if need be. Um, but like I said, 50% at base. Throw in a like throw in like steel like I'm still mad about this. This is like the highest damn crit chance I've ever seen in this game. So then like throw in the damn crit mod. The crit chance mod takes that sucker from 50% to 80%. That's not even getting in on the damn crit damage multiplier, because then it gets even more sick nasty. So that makes it all the more like fulfilling to do like a sustained build, or at least burst damage for it, and then do and then hit hysteria, and then hit paralysis along with the hysteria. I mean, well, some of you who have actually watched that stream will see what I'm talking about because like the numbers skyrocketed, at least in the simulacrum anyway. Yeah, that kind of power feels wrong. It feels dirty. Like we shouldn't have that. Okay, so if that makes it a raw element thing, then the formula for that should work too. So then the innate elemental shouldn't go first. Whatever else is added should go first, and then the innate. Cause dude, man, I can make a sick gas build exalted blade now that I've got like prime fever strike. Thank you, Barrow. I was like, you know what, screw it. Since I know how gas damage works now, yeah, I could just as easily just build into that. And gas plus the stealth multiplier was nasty. Like, what, a year ago? Before they decided, okay, we're gonna fix it. Because it was already supposed to be like a quad multiplier. And then it went and did like an additional quad multiplier on top of it. So instead of it being multiplicative and thus being like a 16, I think it was 8. Either way, like the damage was bullshit. It should not exist. Let's take a look at our mission progress. So Umbra's at 18 to start. Okay, so he and his blade are almost maxed out. We're on wave 15 now, so I might want to start like spamming abilities then. And hell, if I get like some stealth multipliers and stuff, that would be nice, but that ain't gonna happen. They know I'm here. I need to get back on the pod because they're over there just giving it hell. So the blade is maxed. No, you know, give me back my health, damn it. There we go. Yeah, I'm not really fond of what they're getting ready to do with like the smaller hits not really mattering. Instead, all they're going to do is just charge out the big hits, and then once you do the big hit, like your combo is gone. Like, really? That's what we're gonna do with this? What's that? Over here, slice the shit out of him. Okay, so it doesn't do that anymore. Like, good for you. Sitting in the damn corner making me look stupid. It's fine. What else? Okay. Close. And then, of course, you could always form the Umbra polarities out. Although, why in the hell would you do that? I did actually want to try and use Umbra against an Eidolon, See how well that turns out. Probably won't. Probably won't turn out very well at all. Son of a bitch. Oh, okay. Okay, I see it now. Right, I was like, wait, it doesn't get any, like, ranks on it? Yeah, it does. Much like how you have to, like, level up a stance in order to get all of the stuff. Yeah, this is that bullshit combo that I was talking about. The one that always crits, thus easily staying off Berserker. Yeah, so you have to max out. You gotta get Umbra to his, what was it, level 29? And that'll give him, that'll unlock the last pip on there, which in essence does count as a mod point, I guess. Because I'm like, wait, the math, I did the math and it said like I'd have like 16 exactly. Yeah, that's why. Because Exalted Blade isn't maxed out yet. The weapon Exalted Blade is maxed, but the combos aren't. Like the weapon is maxed, but the power isn't maxed yet. And then of course I could throw down and do like some other crazy crap. But yeah, we're going back to the Shadowborn build. Um, let's see. So then two more ranks will be 4 points. So that'll be 20. I can fit a rank 9 mod and a rank 11. Not sure what the heck I'm gonna put on here. I mean, yeah, I could go fleeing expertise and give me some more, but why on earth would I do that and then kill my, like, let's see. Yeah, but then like all my additional duration is gone. Well, not really. I'm exaggerating here. But as you can see, at base, radial howl is 15 seconds. Doing that, gimping the duration by 5%. Oops, that ain't it. Work with me. Yeah, so it just drops it down by like 0.75. The blind radius, the blind duration for Exalted Blade, it drops down by what is that, zero point 0.3. So that's not too bad. Also allows us to sustain that sucker dramatically. If you want to do like a duration build, then you can. So I guess that might be what we do here. Or something similar, I don't know. Because that actually doesn't hurt. Oh right, I've got like power drift and all that crap on there. But like I said, last two levels, that will give me more than enough points. Okie doke. Good. Okay, so hang on, wait. I want to do a little bit of math right quick. So then those last 2 points are going to be 4 points, which means that that'll be 13. So then that'll be that. Yeah, I can actually fit. Yeah. Okay. What are you trying to say? I'll be able to fit fleeing expertise as well as hunter adrenaline, because that fleeing expertise is going to be 11 points. The original 2 points that are going to be added, but then I'll still have another 2 points left over because my points are doubled. So that 2 will now be 4. So that 2 will remain to level this up to, where the hell is the damn mod at? This. So since 2 plus 9 is 11, so then we'll actually be able to stretch that. Also, thanks to that slash, no wonder why the hell my cat kept trying to kill everything. But then, of course, thanks to the additional 4 points I'll be getting, I'll be able to fit one of those Exalts mods on here too. So that's helpful. I need to get some more arcanes because yeah, these aren't really going very far. Like, what was it? A critical hit. You know what? We'll put Arcane Fury on here if they'll let us. I mean, it's not much, but, you know, like, we can level it. I mean, we can get like another. Arcane Rage, damage to rifles. Arcane Strike, I believe, was the attack speed. Yeah. Arcane Ultimatum, armor on finisher. Which isn't a bad thing. I'm pretty sure my buddy would actually really like Arcane Ultimatum if he can manage to get one. And since warmth is so damn common, I'm like, screw it, I'll just go ahead and make a rank 3. I'm like one arcane away from that, right? I thought I was. I don't really care about parkour velocity. I guess we'll do the same thing over here. I mean, I can try and sell these as well, but then again, I'm not going to get much out of them without the others. So yeah, we have to, we gotta try and grind for these things. Ooh, if I can get like 2 more, then yeah, then we can actually crank up. Nice, that'll be really good for like board prime, the comb. Yeah, quite a few things. Okay. Anyway, we should be good to go. So we don't really have much else to do. I mean, for what it's worth, I could run a fissure instead and be okay. Damn it. Screw it, we're going back to Hydron for like 10 waves. Damn it, I forgot to pull on my new Spectre. Oh, it is off to a great start. Like I said, I'll be running through this for about, excuse me, an hour to 90 minutes, and then I'll stop. Make me something to eat and just chill out. You know, maybe look at some news and whatnot. Hopefully, there's no technical hiccups, and we can still get the panel info for. We can still get like the panel videos, because I would love to watch those. I want to see what else the art team has come up with, and like hopefully people actually have really good questions and not like redundant, stupid stuff. There it goes again, throwing me over there. What is up with that? Like, was there something from the dev build that's important there? Like, is that like another spawn point? Is that kill zone? I don't understand. I'm not just gonna sit there and be baffled by it, but dang. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, I didn't, I kind of overlooked the fact that we have Valkyrie in the group. And then my arcane started going off. I'm like, okay. Just put that back and we'll just like, juice up and go again. I mean, there's no proper answer You know, it's almost like a choose your own adventure kind of thing. There's like no proper answer for what you pick when you uh, have Umbra move past that memory, you know, and refocus himself. I mean, although it seems like the more appropriate answer would be wrath rather than acceptance or, um, you or what was it, emptiness? I should know what that one is. It was the one that I picked on PC, but it fits with my operator's perspectives and everything. While this one is more hopeful, the other one is more not a nihilist but a pessimist. So like I said, default exalted blade and then boom, chromatic blade build and just like tear everything up. I probably should pick up that Valkyrie cheetah helmet. It does look pretty good. Be nice if Umbra could have been able to like buff his teammates or at least Excalibur. I don't know. Kind of like how Piercing Roar did. That's how I would have done the blind augment, or at least say like a special one for Umbra himself. It basically just would have been the Piercing Roar. You know, so then like allies might get like a brief armor buff, like a small armor buff or something. I don't know. Like all of them in range, but then that would mean that you'd have to build for range. And a lot of people aren't building for range. They're building him to basically be a solo melee striker. Or at least taking advantage of the waves. I mean, I'm not trying to just use Exalted Blade, but for what it's worth, that's pretty much like his key component. Like it doesn't matter what else you put on him. I mean, yeah, I could use a surging dash augment, but it means I have to slash dash on everything. I kind of do it anyway, but yeah. So then we're gonna force a host migration. Okay. And somebody dropped something downstairs. At least I assume they dropped something downstairs. I don't think that they're like banging on the ceiling. I don't know. I don't think I'm that loud. And it's like 2 in the afternoon, so yeah. So who's host now? Oh, okay. What? Oh, okay. Right, I don't have a melee weapon. Crap. Get shanked. Oh, that's cute. You actually thought you were going somewhere. There's no escape for you. Seriously, my cat takes no shit from nobody. There's a reason why I named him Chairman Meow. Okay, well, there's two reasons. One was for the pun, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't original. I'm sure somebody else already named theirs that. And the other one being because, well, eh, it makes sense when you stop and think about it. Alright, let's carve through. What else we got? Yeah, there we go, 30. Oh, so that's where the rank 3 Exalted Blade comes in. I was figuring it was either 29 or 30. I was hoping that wasn't 30 because that would be like, really? Really? But it makes more sense. All the more reason to get your frame maxed out. Really wish I had Vazarin right now so I could heal. Or I could like do healing waves on people. You know, like, damn. And now that everything is maxed out, now look at the creep. A slow creep. Oh, yeah, that's bullshit. And if you try that on any other Warframe, it doesn't work like that. The only other Warframe who doesn't have like a serious drawback on their efficiency when they're using an exalted weapon is I almost said Octavia is Ivara, and that's because it only counts whenever she knocks and fires an arrow. That's it. I mean, Titania ends up doing okay, but you know, like she doesn't burn through like, say, Chroma. Nobody burns like Chroma. Okay, well, at first anyway. Now Ember does when she's using World on Fire, and now, and now, um, well, Valkyrie also. Valkyrie ended up getting that before Ember, which is unfortunate, but it was also like it's kind of a as originally intended thing, but it's also kind of a bit of a reprimand for being able to sit in a 40-minute to an hour survival in hysteria, and there's no loss, there's no cost, there's no risk for doing it. So that's the other reason why they implemented it, because she was supposed to take damage if any nearby, well, if there were any surviving enemies nearby. Like, you know, you take the minty green freshness and you live. I wish I had like macros I could set up for this. Like, feel the power of double mint. Great, now I want gum. Oh, I got a pack of fruit stripe right here. Nice. Completely forgot about it. It's just been kind of sitting behind the TV. I mean, it ain't the best. I prefer juicy fruit or maybe. Honestly, it's like all of the main Wrigley gums. Like juicy fruit was definitely a favorite back in the day. Winter Fresh was nice. Big Red was pretty decent. I mean, now like, eh. And now here I'm talking about chewing gum, and my stomach's like, I, you're talking about gum. I want food. We'll get food later. Calm down. Stop trying to eat me. I gotta eat something. Yeah, well, you'll eat food. That's what you'll do. If you eat me, then you'll never be able to eat food again. How about that? Mr. Stomach? Yeah, that's right. Okay, seriously, you didn't learn the lesson that the other guys did. Like, seriously, you start touching the pod, and you get salt in your eyes. What? I don't know. It's not salt, but god damn it, it's going to be salt. You guys get Mannix, you guys get like Dracar Mannix and Manic Bombards and crap. We get Umbra. Screw you. What the heck was that? Somebody leaving? Somebody like leaving the apartment angry or something? Did something fall? Are they moving? I don't even know now. I'm just kind of confused. Okay. I don't remember what time it was when I completed the sacrifice. But basically, within 48 hours, you get like a new little bit of dialogue, and it's like a slight epilogue, as if, oh, okay, well, everything's done. Now what? You can look it up on YouTube. Um, yeah, like I probably shouldn't spoil it, but eh. If you watched if you watched the previous stream or streams, then you'll know. Uh, well, then I've already spoiled stuff anyway. So yeah, there's a new line of dialogue from the man in the wall. In fact, you actually you both have you have an exchange. Could use coaction drift. Would rather use power drift. Crank that sucker. In essence, that's it. Granted, we could take off fleeing expertise, throw transient fortitude in there. Damn it. Haha, that's what you get. No, no it isn't. No, see, that was that shit I was talking about. Because it's not pixel perfect. It's not locked on, so then you break your entire build. Except when you're so used to hitting triangle or whatever to like take shit off, yeah, that comes back to bite you in the ass, and it's not fun. At least most of the stuff that I put on is right here, so. Yep, there we go, that 220. And of course, it's rank 30 bonuses. And considering that's a plus, it goes over here. Meh. I mean, I guess I can't get mad about it because it makes sense. Okay, trying to find the other stuff to put in here. There goes my streamline. And then I need my Hunter Adrenaline. I mean, granted, I could use like Gladiator Aegis or whatever. Try and give me. Holy. Oh. Oh, this is wrong. Like, the only other Warframe that gets this much armor is Valkyr. Like. Yeah, I had to screenshot that because that's just wrong. That's just wrong in all sorts of. No. Just no. We're not even. We're gonna pretend like we didn't even do that. Alright, it's still intensify. Crap. Yeah, I'm not thinking straight. And then that gives you some additional sprint speed as well. Which point 15 doesn't sound like much, but depending on the Warframe it is. But yeah. So then there's this, which isn't quite the sustained build.